Hello guys. Welcome to the stream. Hi Zo3 Atla. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let's switch the tabs. Oh, sorry. I just I accidentally played my phone volume there just to make sure it's all good. Welcome. We are watching Real Madrid versus Al Hilal today. The matchup that most of us have been waiting for, because this is one of the most exciting matchups, to be honest. Seeing Real Madrid's new squad versus the one of the best Saudi Pro League teams, not this season, but of last season. They were the best. So let's see how Real Madrid can face up to them. The lineups today are as follows. Thibaut Courtois in goal for Real Madrid. Then we have Fran Garcia in left back, Dean Huijsen and Raul Asensio as the centre-back duo. We have Trent Alexander-Arnold as the right back. Jude Bellingham, Tchouaméni and Valverde in the midfield. And then the forwards are Vinicius and Rodrigo and Garcia, the Gonzalo Garcia, a 21-year-old Spanish international. Mbappe is sick with a fever, so he is not playing. And for Al Hilal, we have Yassine Bounou as the goalkeeper, João Cancelo as the right back. We also have El Tambakti and Koulibaly as the centre-back duo, and Renan Lodi as the left back. For midfield, we have Ruben Neves and El Dosri, and Milinkovic-Savic as the midfield. And then for right wing, Malcolm, left wing, El Dosri, and striker, Leonardo. Mitrovic is not playing because he is injured. He got injured in training 2 days ago. So they're the lineups for Al Hilal and Real Madrid. The substitutes are going to be as follows. So for Real Madrid, we have Andre Lunin, Fran Gonzalez as the keeper substitutes. For defenders, we have Aguado, Ramon, Forte, Vazquez, and Enriquez as the defensive substitutes, though I think Lucas Vazquez won't be playing defensively, to be honest. Now that we've got a couple of different players on the field, especially Trent. For midfield substitutions, we have Andres, Dani Ceballos, we have Luka Modric, Mario Martin, and Arda Güler. And for the attacking substitutes, we have Brahim Diaz and Victor Munoz. And also Rudiger and Carvajal still injured, though they are present at training. And here is kickoff already, guys. It started pretty quickly, but here it is. Kickoff. Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. Let's go. My second's 1 second behind there, I think. And already there is a foul by Real Madrid against João Cancelo, and that is going to be a free kick for Al Hilal. Something that you guys will see is signature of Al Hilal's play style, which is diving on the floor. And this is now Koulibaly passing to Tambakti, now to João Cancelo. Playing it to Malcolm, and that's out for a Real Madrid throw-in here. So this is going to be a big match here. Two giants facing up against each other. Asensio now with the ball. And now this is Trent, his first touch of the game. Wearing number 12 as well now. Trent passes to Dean Huijsen, also a new signing here. Dean Huijsen now to Raul Asensio. Now this is back to Rodrigo. Asensio. Trent's actually playing midfield almost here. This is now Vinny on the side, marked by João Cancelo. Tries to find a through ball there, and that goes straight out. Now it's Al Hilal's goal kick. There are mainly Real Madrid fans in the crowd here, though Al Hilal do have a substantial amount of fans in this crowd, all wearing the blue there. And now this goal kick. It looks like that El Tambakti will be taking the goal kick. The referee is just signaling something to the goalkeeper. Now it's Bounou. Just launches the ball forward here, Bounou. And it goes straight to João Cancelo. Passes over to Malcolm. Malcolm now with the ball back to Cancelo. And there's a shot by Cancelo, and it's saved by Courtois. That is the first shot of the game by Al Hilal, and it's going to be a free kick for Al Hilal just outside the box. It actually looks like it could also be a penalty check. Milinkovic-Savic just getting bolted straight into it, looks like, by someone. Can't really tell who it is. The play is onside there. Malcolm just onside. Milinkovic-Savic is actually playing striker with Leonardo. And the initial shot there by him is actually pretty okay. And then he is, brought to the ground by Valverde. Hala Madrid, exactly. They are repping the Madrid kit here today. 2006 kit, I think this is, the away kit. I could be corrected, but yeah, this is this one. I'm not wearing the home kit just because it was unlucky last season, so I'm not going to wear it this game here. Al Hilal having a free kick here just outside the box. Courtois signaling the wall. Again, both teams extremely strong. So this is going to be similar to really what we originally expected for the PSG Atleti match. Two strong teams. Though, could this go one-sided or could it be, you know, an even full match? All we hope is that there's a lot of goals here because that's what we love to see. Real Madrid making the wall. And it looks like Milinkovic-Savic will be taking this free kick. Here we go. Savic takes the free kick, deflected off the wall here. And there is a secondary shot taken there by Ruben Neves. And now he's just passing over to El Dosri on the side. Salam. I'll call El Dosri on left wing Salam just because it says on his shirt there. And there is another El Dosri playing. There's a shot from long range by Ruben Neves. And that goes out for a goal kick for Real Madrid. Simone Inzaghi, this is his first game as a Real Madrid manager. Sorry, not Real Madrid, sorry. Al Hilal manager. And he is looking pretty sharp so far, his players. He's definitely put some little emphasis on them, which is all good. This is now with the ball. Garcia just passing back, you know, to Valverde. All the way back to Trent, who brings it over to Hoytson. Hoytson now with the ball. Trent and Hoytson both looking sharp. Here's a long ball by Dean Hoytson. Going to try and find Rodrigo. However, it's cleared away by Renan Lodi, who did actually score against Real Madrid. He used to play for rivals Atleti. And here's Xabi Alonso as well, a new coach for Real Madrid. Just came from Bayer Leverkusen. He did do 2 amazing missions with Bayer. He won an unbeaten season with them in the league and in 2 other cup competitions. And he also has brought them into second place for a second time, you know, bringing them from their lowly position before he came to second and first, which is insanity by him. That's why Real Madrid really would like him, and that's why they've got him now. Jude Bellingham winning a throw-in. Just throws it back to Fran Garcia, who is actually really good. I think he should start from now on over Mondi. Fran Garcia, personally, is great. Not liking these Al Hilal chances and nearly a goal. Yeah, and this is the thing about Al Hilal. Very attacking team. I know they've got an Italian coach now, Inter's coach. And there is a shot by Real Madrid, caught by Yassine Bounou. Bounou, brilliant goalkeeper as well. We've seen him throughout the SPL season. I've been watching him, and he's been saving a ton. He was very good in the undefeated season for Al Hilal. Both of Xabi Alonso and Al Hilal both had undefeated seasons. But yeah, now Real Madrid gain possession. Hi, Nerosion. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. This is going to be a big game. Look, I'm shivering for Real Madrid to try and win this one. See my hand quivering a little bit there. Hope this is a W, you know, to stamp some authority onto Al Hilal and shut their fans up because, you know, they're a little bit loud. I'm joking. Sorry, Al Hilal fans. Prediction. I think this might be a goal for both sides, you know. So I think this is going to be maybe a 3-2. We do want to see a lot of goals here for either side, you know. We want a thriller. So 3-2 would be great. Real Madrid win, of course. And Al Hilal getting 2 goals. That is a good prediction, in my opinion. There is, yeah, again, a poster up here for Mbappe. Unfortunately, he isn't playing. I think he would have loved to play with Trent Alexander-Arnold, his new teammate. And that connection we still yet to see. You know, we'll see it later in the Club World Cup. Both of these teams, Hilal and Real Madrid, definitely getting through to the round of 16. I don't really see Salzburg it is and Pachuca getting through. But Hilal, Real Madrid, definitely the 2 teams going into the round of 16 here for Group H, this is? Yes, Group H. There's now Renan Lodi passing on to Salam now on the side here. Just doesn't reach the ball and he wins a free throw-in for Al Hilal. Thought it was a free kick there, but it is a throw-in. And Renan Lodi will take this throw-in here. Raul Asensio tried to get that slide tackle away on Salam. However, yeah, it just goes off of him instead of Salam. He does jump at last minute. Lodi throws it in. And that is cleared away by Real Madrid. There is a call for handball by Al Hilal. However, it's play on. And they're trying to regain possession here. The referee's actually checking on, I think that's Dean Hoytson on the ground. Looks like he has a concussion. Or is this Valverde? It's actually Valverde on the ground here. Xabi Alonso looks a little bit worried for Valverde because he is holding his head. He's asking Tchouameni's what's happened here, and he's also telling him a little bit of a positioning sense. Now, Al Hilal is an advantage because of the heat. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, you know, Al Hilal playing in Saudi heat every time for every week, you know, they've definitely got an advantage here in the US heat because Real Madrid wouldn't be playing in such a hot temperature, you know, and to them, to these Al Hilal players, it's actually going to feel kind of cooler. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I really do think that this one's going to have a couple of goals, though, for either side. Xabi Alonso just talking to Jude. Definitely a legend for Real Madrid. And now let's see if he can certify his legacy even more with some coaching wins, you know. Yeah, Valverde is being checked up on. Be a drop ball for Renan Lodi. And now it's Koulibaly. Passing to Cancelo. Ruben Neves, actually, who's playing centre-back. He's like playing an inverted centre-back CDM position here. Sort of filling in where Timbuktu is now going to the right-back position. Cancelo almost a right winger, which is interesting. This is sort of the tactics that we see with Simone Inzaghi, where we have Denzel Dumfries moving up into the right wing. This is what Cancelo is going to be utilised for Al Hilal. And Timbuktu now in the right back. And now it's Ruben Neves. Koulibaly. Nice through ball there to, I think that was Al Dosri. Passing to Milinkovic-Savic. Played out to Malcolm. Malcolm to Cancelo. Cancelo crosses in. And this is going to go Salam, who hits it on the volley. And it's just almost a goal for Al Hilal. It's like a metre off from being a goal. Leonardo can't believe he's missed that one. That is so close. Real Madrid's defence just opened up by Al Hilal right there. And they're definitely looking really strong. Salam tries to hit it on the volley, but he doesn't really successfully do that. And then Leonardo just almost taps that directly in. What a chance. My goodness. That is insanity there. Can't believe that almost went in there. I really thought Real Madrid would get the opening, but it actually is seeming like that Al Hilal's going to get the opening here because their defense is looking better, their attack's looking better, and they've got more possession. Just winning the ball here in the little scrap between the Hilal and Real Madrid players, and it looks like it'll be a Real Madrid free kick. The Al Hilal player just being told off there for kicking the ball away. Leonardo, your name too, yeah, so you could be scoring in this game, Leo. Yeah, definitely. There's actually an Al Hilal legend up in the stands there with, I think, one of the board members. If I'm correct. So now Rodrigo passing to Trent, who passes back to Raul, Dean Hoytenson, Tchouameni. Now it's Jude Bellingham. Bellingham trying to find Fran Garcia, who's now overlapped inside. Back to Tchouameni. Now this is Asensio again. We could see definitely in the halftime as well, Arda Güler, I expect him coming on halftime. Modric coming on later in the game too, to spice up the midfield. Maybe probably for Tchouameni. And definitely I could see maybe Rodrigo or Garcia coming off and Vinny playing striker. Because Arda can play right wing. And now Al Hilal won back possession here. After that Real Madrid failed chance. This is Ruben Neves just passing back to Timbuktu. And Real Madrid almost get a ball there. That was close. Yeah, Vinny's in. He's on the left wing. It's mainly been going on the right side here when Real Madrid do get possession. That was bad play by Timbuktu. He actually just gives the ball away there. Not really that great. Koulibaly tries to retain, and then, yeah, that is poor from Garcia. He really could have had a good chance there. Perez doesn't look happy about that. He should have got that loose ball and controlled instead of just touching that straight out. Bunu, now ready. There are some Etihad fans in the crowd as well. I'm sure they'll be going for Real Madrid here. Definitely not going for Hilal. Unless, of course, they're trying to support Saudi football, you know, then they might be. But Etihad fans don't really like Al Hilal fans, I have to say. Especially how Hilal always bags them whenever they win against them on the social medias. This is Hilal with the ball. Salam El Dosri just winning it. And it's cleared away by Dean Hoytenson, but Hilal get it back. El Dosri now on the right side here with the ball. Cross coming in by Hilal, and that's just cleared away by Hoytenson. And it's now Real Madrid's turn for the ball. Hilal diving on the ground. Again, you'll see lots of that in this game. You'll see a lot of that. Rodrigo. Trent. Long ball coming through by Trent to Vinny, and it just goes too high. Just misses. And, yeah, the referee's just saying this is nothing here. Let's have a look. Yeah, El Dosri just... I think that's El Dosri. It could be Lodi. I couldn't really tell from that little quick glimpse at him. But, yeah, just nothing really on that. Yeah, just lying on the ground. Courtois going over to him. And now this looks like a Real Madrid drop ball, possibly, unless they play from the throw-in. Yeah, they'll play from the throw-in. Sorry, not drop ball. Just looking at the little attempt there. Yeah, it's nothing. Rodrigo goes to try ahead of the ball, and yeah, it's just a dive. Simone Inzaghi actually telling his players to track back, control the ball down and just play it slowly. Last time these two teams met, which was back when Hilal had not really any sort of well-known international signings. It was 5-3 with Real Madrid. Of course, that was the season that they won La Liga. And it was, I think, the season that Benzema's last season, I think it was, at Real Madrid. It's a 5-3. Cancelo actually taking the throw-in here. It was a Hilal throw-in. And Real Madrid instantly win that back there. That's a nice pass through to Gonzalez. Now to Vinny. Vinny is through on goal, and that might be a yellow card for Al Hilal right there. Vinny's complaining, saying that this might be a... should have been a red card, but I think this might be offside. I don't know. Let's have a look. There's no ball by Koulibaly. Vinny just jumps over him. I don't think he should have dove there. That's pretty poor from Vinny. He should have actually jumped and continued play. Yeah, definitely a foul. Definitely a foul. I do think he should have continued the play, though, there. That was a little bit thing. Yeah, it's offside, so it's no foul given. Yeah, offside. Ruben Neves did get a yellow card, though, for complaining to the referee. Or, no. I swear Ruben got the yellow card. No, Vinny's got a yellow card for diving. Yeah, it's a dive. Yellow card for Vinny for diving there. And Vinny's actually dove again, it looks like. Referee just says play on. Vinny, again, I really didn't think he should have played like that. He should have continued that play. I don't know what he was doing jumping down on the ground there. And that is going to be a free kick for Al Hilal, though advantage is played by the referee. Advantage played. This is on the outside here, trying to get Salam El Dosri now with the ball. And he just touches that out. That was poor and sloppy from Salam. Not his usual self there. Yeah, Vinny keeps on talking. Yeah, card there is a little bit harsh. I do think Vinny should have continued again. It was literally an open goal, basically. I don't know what he's doing. Trying to draw out a red, I think. Weaken Hilal, but yeah, card a bit too harsh, honestly. Card a little bit too harsh. I did actually think the card was for Ruben Neves for talking too much, but no, Vinny actually got that one. Courtois with the ball. So far, the lowest rated player is Vinicius with a 5.9, tied with Rodrigo, also on a 5.9 here. Koulibaly just retaining possession there, and it's a goal kick for Yassine Bounou. Lowest player as well. Now joining them is Leonardo, just moved to a 5.9 rating there. The highest rated player on the pitch at the moment seems to be João Cancelo. And yes, my thoughts are correct there. Cancelo with a 6.8. I mean, it has only been 17 minutes, so... we'll see the halftime ratings, in their full glory. Timbuktu with the ball. Long ball by Timbuktu. And that is cleared away by Real Madrid for a free kick here. Foul by Leonardo. This is going to be a free kick for Real Madrid. Dean Huijsen taking. Tchouameni. Hoyinson. Now over to the right side here is Asensio. Now this is Trent, I think. This is Trent playing forward. And that's a free kick for Al Hilal. Trent has been shown as sort of an overlapping player here, where he's overlapping with Rodrigo. Again, a ton of dives in this game. But this, this is what Al Nassr has to deal with every time they verse Al Hilal. So this is only one game. This is Al Dosri now, I think. Yes, a nice play by Al Dosri. Now out to... There's a goal for Al Hilal. They've scored 1-0. Renan Lodi scores. 1-0 for Al Hilal there. And I can't believe it. They've actually scored the opening goal, although it's offside now. That's a deduction. Let's have a look here. Is this offside? There might be a check. Yeah, that's clear offside. Clear offside. Clear offside. I thought that was a goal there. Renan Lodi just scoring past Courtois. Inzaghi can't believe it, and then he sees the offside. Yeah, same as me. Saw the offside there. Relegated back. Hilal. Hopefully Real Madrid don't mess up there for an actual goal, because this is looking a little bit dangerous for them. We really need to sort of get our plays going on properly, where we're actually passing the ball coherently and not just giving the ball away, because we know that when Hilal get the ball and they lose it, they're instantly going to dive. So it's definitely important to sort of keep possession a little bit more. I know Real Madrid lucky there for the offside. I mean, it was far offside, but still, it's definitely luck that there was no player keeping them on. Salam's pass there was pretty good. Now, here's another chance for Al Hilal here. Milinkovic-Savic, really everyone on the pitch today. Salam Al Dosri trying to receive that, and it's just headed away by Tchouameni. Now it's Renan Lodi passing back to Ruben Neves, now through to Malcolm, who's like being everyone on the pitch here. Al Dosri. Lodi. Salam. Salam back to Lodi. Neves all the way over to Tombakti. He's going to pass to Koulibaly. Now it's Renan Lodi. Back to Koulibaly. Through ball straight to try and reach Ruben Neves, or sorry, Milinkovic-Savic, and then that's just nicely cleaned up by Real Madrid. Here's a chance for Real Madrid. There's an opening, and that is a poor attempt by Garcia, and this is why this guy, I was so unsure of him coming on, especially with those open goal misses he did against Barca. And there he's shown it again. He doesn't have the finishing capabilities. I don't really know what Xabi Alonso's doing with playing him here. I would have played Vinny striker, and then I would have played Ardagula on the field, Rodrigo left wing, his preferred side as well, Ardagula right wing. I don't know why we're playing a academy player as the striker. I don't think we want to score here. This is now Salam passing to Milinkovic-Savic. Over the side to Renan Lodi. Back to Milinkovic-Savic. Just a little one-touch play from Al Hilal trying to find an opening here. This is Renan Lodi. Salam, brilliant one-touch play by him. Lodi. Cross coming in from Lodi, and that's a corner for Al Hilal. People to watch out for in the corner, definitely going to be Koulibaly. Milinkovic-Savic, he scores quite frequently from the corner. We could also see Al Dosri taking this corner, it looks like. Yes, it is. Salam going to be taking. Cancelo is also pretty dangerous on the header, but yeah, Koulibaly and Milinkovic-Savic are going to be the ones to watch. Leonardo possibly for a rebound. Yeah, I know, they are playing well, and this is how, SPL quality doubted, and they're now showing, this is the SPL's quality, and it's definitely being displayed to the world right here. So this is going to be Salam taking. Cross coming in, and that's a low cross, and that might be another corner there for Al Hilal. Gonzalo just clears out for another corner. And there's some Al Hilal fans. SPL goated. That's what I've been saying. It is definitely going up there into the top 10 leagues. It's definitely not in the rank 30, wherever it was ranked. And MLS higher than it, that's actually pretty of an insane take, personally, to me. Yeah, there are some bad teams in SPL, but it's just like Prem having the 3 relegated sides continuously just going down, Al Dosri, cross coming in. Again, another low cross there, trying to break through the Real Madrid block. Now Bunu up in the midfield here. I know it's insane. Now Bunu out to the right side. This is Cancelo just passing in. Nicely, Milinkovic-Savic back heel. Another back heel by Milinkovic-Savic, and that is going to be a throw-in for Al Hilal. Just takes it quickly there, Milinkovic-Savic. Cancelo was offering to take, but yeah, he just takes it quickly. Ruben Neves, Koulibaly. Yes, indeed, Leo. Yes, indeed. Al Dosri now. Now back to Renan Lodi. Koulibaly through to Ruben Neves. Now onto this side, Malcolm. Former Barcelona player, Malcolm Nes. Played with Lionel. Malcolm over to Cancelo. Cancelo is going to send Fran Garcia twice, cross coming in. And that is going to be a volley finish by... Don't even know who really did that. Malcolm. I think it hit the post and just bounced away. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. It's another little show of the offside here. Yeah, definitely offside. It looks like it was, yeah, Renan Lodi just far offside for that play. Yeah, and that caused Al Hilal to not get that goal. To think Hilal were much better than last year in their league. I know, this year they're actually off form as well. They were almost going to come third if Al Nassr actually had been playing well. DinoDoomz is here to watch us.
Hello.
Yes, DinoDoomz. Al Hilal actually scored, but it was offside. They've been on dominance here at the moment. Mbappe is not playing. Instead, we have Garcia, who missed the 2 open goals against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, to be honest, I actually think Xabi Alonso's made his first mistake, really. Playing Vinny should have been in striker, and then playing Arda on the right wing, Rodrigo left wing. It should have been not Gonzalo Garcia, because I don't think he's ready, for a big game like this. Maybe play him like after halftime or when there's a thing. Here's Al Hilal. Koulibaly actually up the field here. And this is Salam Al Dosri taking the shot, and it just goes out to corner for Al Hilal's. Al Dosri skilling Tchouameni and Trent. And again, we're seeing this with Trent here. Hopefully when Danny Carvajal comes back into the team, we'll see him playing more of a right-back proper role here, because Trent is cutting really deep into the midfield at some times, leaving the whole right side exposed. That's kind of what Lucas sometimes did here. Not as bad, of course. Trent is better than Lucas, definitely. But yeah, we need to make sure that he stays more on the right side here to sort of defend that half, because it is being exposed, kind of. I know Al Hilal, very dangerous. Al Dosri taking a long corner there, and that goes out for another corner. Al Haram, yes. The Haram ball from Al Hilal here, playing the dives every 3 seconds. But Ruben Neves will be taking this other corner. Koulibaly the target. Definitely Koulibaly's the target for this. And Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah.
Just based on, like league form, Savic always scoring from the corners, really. Mitrovic isn't here, of course, due to injury. He would be a primary target for the corners. Ruben Neves crossing this one in, and that is going to be headed just wide by, I think that's Altambakti. Yeah, just wide by him. And it's going to be a goal kick for Thibaut Courtois. Decent header by Al Hilal. Hopefully this isn't a 0-0 again. I hope it's not, because I'm hoping for a lot of goals in this game. Real Madrid trying to bring it out, and that's a throw-in for Real Madrid there. A free kick for Real Madrid. Foul on Tchouameni.
I think this would be Alexander-Arnold taking this one.
Yeah. We have seen Arnold try and kick the ball, really far. We saw him transition the ball from the right back all the way down to left wing, trying to find Vinny. Vinny also got a yellow card for diving, if you didn't know. Yeah, he completely dove when it was almost an open goal. He should have really continued that play. I think he was trying to draw out a red card, or it could have been for complaining with the ref. I don't know, maybe a combination of what he said to the referee and also his play there. But yeah, Vinny, maybe a little bit harsh, like you said, Leo, before. This is Fran Garcia passing back to Dean Huijsensen. most of the pressure has been coming from Rawls' side. As you can see, Trent isn't down in this position here. He's actually in the midfield. And that's something that I think is a bit dangerous because they have Salim Al-Dostri, who is very pacey, and he's going out on this left wing side where Trent is having to cut back all the way from the midfield into the right back position. I think Xabi Alonso is really just testing it out at the moment because maybe Trent will play midfield when Danny Carvalhal's back because I don't see Carvalhal not starting. Carvalhal is definitely a world-class player still, even at his age. The last OG Real Madrid player remaining, from those the triple years, the 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Carvalhal, last one remaining.
Yeah, and honestly, I could see Tchouaméni going as a sub out for Trent in the midfield when Carvalhal's here.
Yeah, that's Rodrigo just playing back to Trent. Here's a nice 3-ball by Trent, and Koulibaly just mops that one up nicely. Koulibaly just playing with it and just clears it out. He actually does a little flick over. I think that was I be right to say that was Tchouaméni? He just flicks over there, just the pressure on Koulibaly, flicks it, and then he just kicks it down the field. Most of the Real Madrid fans are wearing Modric's t-shirt today because, again, one of his final tournaments with the club before he moves possibly to AC Milan. That is the most likely candidate. This is a cooling break right now for the two teams. And we'll see Xabi Alonso probably having a little bit of a chat with his players, especially for the right side here. Maybe telling Rodrigo and Trent to cut back more down the field. Xabi just talking here with Jude, actually, first of all. Now with Valverde. Can't wait to see this guy in action in the league. Like, what are your opinions on Xabi Alonso, Dynamites?
Yeah, well, on his season with Leverkusen, he got, of course, the unbeaten season. In the league, of course, because he lost the Europa League. But then the next season, did he come second?
Yeah, he came second.
Season? Yeah.
He was only like 6 points behind, and he almost caught up with Bayern's failings, He almost caught up there.
Yeah, and I think before that, Leverkusen, they were placing top heights in the Bundesliga, but I don't think they were as, top compared to the other teams. So I feel like Xabi Alonso, he was a big difference for them. He sort of, brought them the courage. So I think he might do this with Real Madrid, especially after losing the league to Barcelona.
Yeah, and we can see there just Malcolm talking to Salim Al-Dostri. What's your opinion sort of on Salim and his impact in this game as well?
Well, of course, in my opinion, he is the best Saudi player. And for Al Hilal. Yeah, I think of all time. He's up with the levels of playing in potentially the top clubs in Europe even.
Back in his prime, because even at the moment he's starting to get a bit older, but in his prime he definitely would have. Yeah. I feel like he did play one season in a Spanish team, I think it was Valencia or something. But yeah, the cooling break's still going on here. It must be really hot out in this stadium. What stadium is this?
I think it's the
Hard Rock Stadium, yeah. Inter Miami Stadium here. It seems extremely hot. Definitely different to yesterday in Orlando where we had the tropical thunderstorm. Actually, this morning it was. But yesterday for USA. And now the cooling break is just about over here. The team's now walking back out into the field in position for this little continuation of play. We'll probably see 5 additional minutes because that cooling break was actually pretty long. Plus all of the dives and the free kicks and yellow cards. Definitely can see that happening. Now, this is Real Madrid taking a throw in here. It's now Trent. Passing over to Huijsen. And now is Fran Garcia. It's 30 Celsius in USA. Okay, that is pretty, up there with the heat. Definitely not as high as here. Let's take a look at the temperature here. That's what I'm saying. I think that Al Hilal might benefit from, playing in such a temperature. 37 degrees Celsius currently. And it's nighttime now. It's 10 p.m. 37 Celsius. Feels like 37. High of 42 today. Which is crazy. Now, the ball just going around here. This is Rodrigo now. Rodrigo's definitely going to be a crucial one. There's a shot. Ooh. And that just goes over. I think Bruno retracts his hand so he doesn't get a corner there conceded. But Rodrigo there firing from range. This is what he does, Just that nice fire shot from outside there. yeah, Bruno retracts his hand to not actually concede a corner, which is smart by him. And let's have a look at the stats. So far, Al Hilal are dominating with 51% possession to 49%. They've got 0.61 expected goals, whereas Real Madrid have 0.09 currently. 8 shots by Hilal, 1 on target. 3 for Real Madrid, 1 on target. 0 big chances for both teams. 134 passes for Real Madrid, 92% accuracy. 125 passes for Al Hilal, 87% accuracy. Hilal have committed 4 fouls, Real Madrid 5. And Hilal have had 4 corners and Real Madrid 0. So that is the stats so far. Hilal definitely looking like the livelier team here. This is Renan Lodi almost touching out there. He keeps us in. Just against Trent. Now it's Salam Al-Dosri. That is a poor play by Salam. Again, just giving away the ball there to Trent, who just collects that nicely. Now this is a play for Real Madrid. This is Gonzalo, I think this is. Now it is Rodrigo. Cross coming in by Rodrigo, and that's a goal for Real Madrid. 1-0. Here we go. Gonzalo. Gonzalo actually scores for Real Madrid. 1-0. It was coming there on that counter. That was a very brilliant counter-attack there. And it's a golazo. Nice team build-up play. Something that Xabi Alonso will be proud of, because I know he used to work with the players like Granit Xhaka, Florian Wirtz, and they were all, team build-up players. They always passed around. Jonathan Tart as well. And the problem in the US and Miami is that it's not dry here. It's humid. That makes it much worse. And say it's dry, but I use the analogy of putting your hand in a hot oven versus putting your hand in boiling water. Yeah, exactly. Miami's humid weather, I would actually argue humidity is worse compared to, this dry heat, because genuinely humidity is very annoying sometimes, especially playing football. That is a nice cross there, I think, by Rodrigo. Gets the assist.
That was actually 3 touches there by Garcia on his shot.
Yeah, just over Bunu, just dives down a little bit. And Xabi Alonso very happy with that one, celebrating nicely and muted. And Rodrigo gets the assist there. Garcia now has a 7.7 rating, and Rodrigo has a 6.9 rating, though I think it might be updated now because of the assist.
I think Mbappe, he didn't play this game because he's sick, right?
Yeah, he got fever.
Yeah.
Got fever. And this is now Ruben Neves. Long ball going out to Salam. Or is it Renan Lodi? It looks like Salam is actually cut back. He's playing striker. Oh, he's playing like left striker, actually. It seems like here. Al-Dosri. Ball trying to find Renan Lodi. Just cut away by Rodrigo. And then Trent just playing backwards to... It was Trent, actually, who played that. Now the ball long out to Rodrigo. And Al Hilal do retain. This is going to be a... something...
Free kick for offside.
Yeah, free kick for offside. Gonzalo was just offside, I think, there. Real Madrid leading 35 minutes played so far. And just when you think Hilal is dominating, I mean, Real Madrid still has worse stats. But when you think Hilal is dominating, then Real Madrid with the counter-attack, perfect play there from them. And that is a poor ball from Renan Lodi trying to find Tombakti, but he doesn't. Sorry, not Tombakti, Al-Dosri. Not Salam, the other Al-Dosri. What's this guy's first name? Nasser. I think I'll just call him Nasser since that's his first name.
His name's Nasser, and he's not playing for Al Nasser. Instead, he's playing for Al Hilal.
Yeah. Now this is on the side here, Fran Garcia just passing back to, I think that was Jude. Trent. All the way to Rodrigo. Back to Trent, Alexander-Arnold. Raul Asensio. Now it is Hoydson. Hoydson through ball there to try and find Jude. Here's a ball, and this could be a goal here. Gonzalo is pocketed by Bunu, though, and that is going to be a Bunu play out. This is signature of Bunu, running out. He is definitely the definition of a sweeper keeper, something that Ederson would even be proud of, like last game. I know, how did Garcia not finish, though? He really should have chipped it over Bunu, I feel like. That would have been a better play. But yeah, I definitely think he shouldn't have started, even though he's got the goal. I do think that it should have been Ardagula playing on the right wing, because, again, we've seen lack of quality from this guy in other games. But, he could prove us wrong. He could do an amazing, state-of-the-art plays here in the game, so it's only a matter of time. Renan Lodi just receiving from Salam. Now it's back from Al Dossari to Koulibaly. Tambakti. And that is a bad play from Tambakti there. Just regained by Milinkovic-Savic. Out by him, and that is not good either. Courtois just kicking the ball down the field to clear a. Koulibaly, honestly, so far is probably the best player on Al Hilal in terms of, he's actually been doing really well in the defense. He's been really, very strong, pocketing sort of certain areas of Rodrigo's play. But then on the best player for Real Madrid, I would probably say at the moment has to be, I think, in Jude, just because I know he's got a 7 rating. Rodrigo, I think, just because he got the assist, wasn't the best of players at the very start of this game, but I'll definitely see that change. Rodrigo is definitely great. But, yeah, Jude definitely is the best player so far in this game for his build-up play. He's linking up the field here. Rodrigo passes by Jude. Trent's also been doing pretty well. Got 6.6 rating. This is Hilal in the box, and it's a penalty, looks like. Penalty for Al Hilal. Penalty for Al Hilal, it looks like here. And this is going to be by Leonardo, most likely. Real Madrid just giving away the pen there for no reason on Leonardo. I don't know what that was about. Really poor from Fran Garcia. I don't know what he's doing. What's he doing there? Let's have a look. Was this Asensio? We'll see on the replay here. This is Asensio, yeah. That is not necessary.
Yeah,
Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? He just gives Leonardo a pen there. It's gifted. Hi, Anik. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, and that is given away. Now it's Salam Al-Dossari taking. Definitely very iconic in the SPL. We've seen a lot of him taking the penalties. Could also be Leonardo. We'll really just see what they decide here. It's Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves is taking.
Maybe after his penalty in the Nations League final.
Yeah, Ruben Neves taking this penalty, he did miss against Al Nassr in the Saudi Cup final, but in the end, it was given for Al Hilal because they did have a lot more pens scored. We saw Al Nassr's team miss quite a fair bit for that. But Ruben Neves, he did score in the Nations League finals. DinoDoomz just said there. Can he go and score here? Ruben Neves, the important penalty to get Al Hilal back into this game. Here we go against Thibaut Courtois. Penalty scored. Al Hilal goal. Ruben Neves scores his penalty there. It's 1-1 here at Inter Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. And the game is back on. The Hilal fans very happy with that one. I actually got Al Hilal shirt, but, never going to wear it because Al Nassr is my team. But Real Madrid, still confident in them scoring and winning this game. Yeah, stupid penalty to give exactly. I really think that was done by them. Asensio there. I don't know what he's doing. I think that's the problem with Asensio sometimes, especially in like the Barca game. He was very reckless. Unnecessary tackles, really, by him. And then, yeah, this is what happens. Punishment. Ruben Neves scores. I do think Real Madrid are pretty dominant still, however, so they definitely can get back into this game. But this is a bit unfortunate. Inzaghi, his first goal of his time at Al Hilal is going to be a penalty. Pinnacle of Al Hilal definition. The Etihad fans, they're actually... Why is there Etihad fans cheering for Al Hilal, bro? What is that?
They're cheering for their country, maybe.
I know, cheering for Saudi football. That's what it is. To be honest, yeah, I'm happy Saudi football is getting some recognition now. But, Real Madrid overall, the team I'm supporting, so I do want them to win. I know they'll qualify anyway, regardless, into the round of 16. They do need to sort of assert their dominance over in this game a little bit more. Substitutions for the halftime, because it is coming up. I do think that we'll see the likes of probably Ceballos going into the midfield and Modric. We can see Arda Güler going out onto the right wing. I do think that Brahim Diaz will come on instead of Vini. I don't know why Diaz didn't start. Brahim instead of Gonzalo, but yeah, they have played that. This is now a play out here for Salam Al-Dossari. He's by himself. And there's a shot by Salam, just deflected away nicely by, I think that was Trent. Nice defense by him. This is now Trent with the ball. Told to calm down by, I think that was Gonzalo telling him to calm down. This is Fran Garcia now. Sorry, Fran Garcia, I did accuse you of the penalty before, but no, it was Raul Asensio. Now back. This is now in the midfield. Tchouameni. Long ball by Tchouameni trying to meet Rodrigo. Does indeed touch. We are seeing a little bit more from Rodrigo now at this closing of this half. I do think there'll be about 4 or 5 minutes of extra time just because of all the stoppages and the cooling break. Maybe even 6 minutes. You know, I don't think they like to do half times being too much extra time. But yeah, this is a goal kick for Al Hilal at the Hard Rock Stadium here. Xabi Alonso does look a little bit disappointed in sort of the defensive, capabilities there. I do think that Rudiger might be in a better fit instead of Asensio. I know he's a bit good upcoming talent for Spain, but that's just like a slip-up mess from Asensio. Unnecessary. Leonardo wasn't facing the goal. And yeah, it's given away. Hoyinson winning that header challenge. However, Hilal do get to the end of that, and that's just headed straight back by Fran Garcia to Thibaut Courtois. And what I've seen here as well, haven't you noticed like a lot of players have curly hair now? Like Fran Garcia grow his hair. We saw Asensio have curly hair now. We also see Phil Foden's got the same hairstyle as Fran Garcia right now. Like, what is this like new trend, curly hair in football?
Oh yeah, I heard City won 2-0. Am I right?
City
also,
won.
Someone got a red card.
Yeah, Rico Lewis got a red card in that game. City asserting their dominance on the Group F there. Their only real opponent in that group is, to be honest, is Juventus. I don't think Align's going to give much trouble for Man City. Unless, of course, they pull off a absolute master class with Raheem. But yeah, I mean, that's one guy on a whole team. City aren't going to be troubled by that. This is now Real Madrid again with the ball. Dean Hoyinson. Nice through ball by Dean there. Brilliant. Spaghetti hair Ronaldo go. Yeah, exactly. There's actually been so many primes for Ronaldo. There's been the 2008 prime. There's been the noodle hair Ronaldo prime. There's been the bun hair Ronaldo. And now there's also the bald Ronaldo. And hi, Clicks. Welcome to the stream. You think Al Hilal will win? Vote them up in the poll if you do think. Otherwise, yeah, we're going for Real Madrid here. Because as Nasser supporters, as Real Madrid supporters, not going for this club, Al Hilal. I will say, though, glad at least they got some sort of goal and recognition at the start of this match here because of their good play. Because, yeah, it is promoting Saudi football, showing SPL's quality, to be honest. And this is going to be now Tombakti, Ruben Neves with the ball. Through, and this is Koulibaly, who is an Al Hilal fan. Not me and Dynamites, definitely. But yeah, if you're in the chat there and you're an Al Hilal fan, let us know, Let us know who you're supporting here today. We already know some of you guys are supporting Real Madrid. Anyone else supporting, do, message in the chat, guys. W's, like up as well. If you want to see Real Madrid or your team win, actually. And subscribe for your team to win, And to see more Club World Cup games. Streaming all of them. Salam El Dosri now with the ball here. And Salam. Going to pass in there. Nice pass. Salam takes it and scores. Salam scores.
He missed.
But it's a miss. That is close there. That actually looked like a goal. Holy jeez.
I got tricked there.
I know, I got tricked. It actually looked like it went in. That's a nice play by Savage and Salam there. Look at that curler. That just misses. It actually looked like it went in for a goal. It is 1-1 still, though. We got tricked there, me and Dynamite.
Even Salam started to go to celebrate.
I know, he went to celebrate. It's actually looks like a corner. I think it was deflected away by Courtois. Oh. Did Courtois save that?
Oh, no, I think... Because Courtois wasn't near, I think that one of the defenders might have hit it.
I think maybe that was Asensio defending that one nicely there. And that's a ball in by Hilal, and it's just saved by Courtois. Now, a little quick counter-attack, and this is what Real Madrid are good at, counters. Vinicius on the side here. Vinny just gives it. Now, what is Vinny doing, bro? This is why we need Kylian on the team. Without Kylian, we're looking lost still. I don't get it. We signed so many new players, and we're still looking lost without Mbappe. Really was carrying that attack at this point, I feel a bit sorry for Mbappe. He really should have won at least a couple of Ballon d'Ors by now, just because of his play, but yeah, he's not going to at the moment. He should have won the 2018 one. I'm sorry, Modric. He should have. You have to admit, Hilal got better at playing. Not like before. You mean like as in general? Because Hilal in general is good. He's showing SPL quality here. All SPL teams are good. They're just underrated, really. Hilal definitely is, dominating this game in terms of attacks. Real Madrid are better on the counter, though, so this is suiting them a little bit. They just have to be defensively sound, to prevent these Al Hilal attacks, prevent them from going offside, from staying onside, sorry. But yeah, this is defensively sound gameplay so far from both teams. I mean, there has been a goal, but it's been, thrilling. And there hasn't been too many defensive errors. I guess Raul Asensio did commit one, but in general. Now it's Ruben Neves to Nasser. Now Salam Al-Dosri. Back to Renan Lodi. Ruben Neves. This is also definitely better Hilal gameplay compared to, the league form they were in was really poor. At one point there in the SPL, they were not going well in the league, losing to Al Khalij first as their major big loss, and then, continuing a poor league run for a little bit. They still came second, but, poor league run. Real Madrid as well, not being the greatest on form. Both teams really not on form, to be honest. But hopefully, new management can change that for Real Madrid. As Xabi Alonso, we can see, implementing some new tactics here. We can already see, this passing tactic that Xabi Alonso's implemented, different than Don Carlos' other tactic that he was playing before, where it was individual presence on the field. Dean Huijsen going to clear, though that was offside by Leonardo. Offside by Leonardo, and it is going to be a play for Real Madrid. This is now Trent. He stopped touching my neck now. Yeah, well, he's gone to do something at the moment. He'll be back soon. Gonzalo passes to Trent. Gonzalo's almost dropped to right wing now. It looks like that maybe... is that Rodrigo playing striker? It could be Vinny. I think, yeah, they've switched up. Rodrigo, I think, is playing left wing, and Vinny is playing striker. And that is half-time there. 1-1 at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. Half-time. And so far, the game is all tied up. Score predictions for me, personally, I think this is going to be, again, I still think it's going to be a 3-2. But, it could always change. And DinoDoomz is back here. I'm just going to go and actually get something myself. But DinoDoomz will give his score prediction.
My score for Brit.
Wait, you have to go actually close to the mic, otherwise it's really quiet.
Oh, yeah.
W's.
So my score for prediction for this match probably this is a hard one. I think this is actually going to be a pretty equal match. Maybe it could end up being a thrashing, like 4-2 for Madrid or 5-3 for Hilal, for example. But I think this is going to end up as a close match, so I think it's going to be like 3-2. Not sure who for. I want Real Madrid to win, so I'm going to say 3-2 for Real Madrid. No, I'm not going to do a small prank. Sorry, bro. That would be funny, but... I don't think... by the way, I don't think Gonzalo Garcia has played a match for Real Madrid. Has he come on at all? Oh, okay, yeah, so he hasn't actually played much at all. So he's only played less than a game, technically, if you add together all this stuff. So I think he must be a young talent if Xabi Alonso's starting him. Yes, I do have an Al Hilal kit, but I don't wear it because I like Al Nassr and Real Madrid, of course. Yeah, but I still have one. I like collecting all different types of football kits, whether I don't like the team, whether I do like them. But yeah, so I do have one. Let's see. I feel like, so Gonzalo Garcia, about him, he hasn't played...
Wait, you can sit there and talk.
Okay. He hasn't played many games at all, but like I think he's only played like. Yeah. What? Okay. So let's go back to his stats. I want to see, because if he's starting this game, he actually must be a good talent. So he's only played 13, 1, 2, 3, 4 games, because there's no others. So I think he must be quite. He must be performing in training. So I think that's sort of a confident pick there by Xabi Alonso. Yeah, and along with like Dean Huijsen and Trent Alexander-Arnold on their first match for Real Madrid. Maybe he's just testing them in their positions. Yeah, so there might be a couple of substitutions at halftime though, like such as Asensio potentially being subbed off, or Tchouaméni being subbed off. If Al Hilal wins, can you wear the shirt and kiss the Al Hilal logo at the end of the stream?
No.
No, never. Never in my life. Sorry about that.
Never. Never will do that in my life. Wait, can you bring my phone here so I can see the chat as well?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just
Place that. Let's get some lemon on
Yeah,
this.
well, honestly, thoughts on this first half so far, it's pretty interesting, you know. Definitely, I feel like that both teams are pretty evenly matched, you could say, a little bit. So far, the highest rated player for Al Hilal, Ruben Neves, 7.5. Highest rated for Real Madrid is Garcia, 7.7. But to be honest, again, it's just because of the goal. The goal has boosted his rating up there. I really don't think he should be the highest rated. The highest rated should be now Rodrigo with 7.1. How about if Madrid win? I'll do it on the Madrid shirt and support it. Yes. Do so, clicks. Yes, W's. If Real Madrid win, you have to do that. Only if they win, though. If they draw or lose, then that's fine. I'll never kiss Al Hilal badge. That's traitorous to Al Nassr, you know.
Just like Barcelona would never kiss that one. We don't even have an Barcelona kit.
Why would I buy that?
Yeah, so...
No, I'm never kissing Al Hilal. Bro, never. I don't care. If it's a draw, a win, or a loss, I don't care. I'm never kissing Al Hilal shirt in my life. That traitorous team.
So on to the ratings. Courtois has a 5.8. I don't really see the problem with him. I don't know why he's got 5.8. I don't think he's made any mistakes or anything. He's only can see a penalty, which isn't really his fault. But yeah, it's 5.8, maybe 6.5. I think I joined at the wrong time. Shouldn't disturb you.
No, it's okay, AR. All good. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. No, it's all good. We talked, you know, because we're explaining the game.
So Trent has a 6.7 rating. Fair enough. Hasn't really... He's been in the game, like in the right back. He's been doing some good defensive work. Has been dribbled past a couple of times.
Yeah, and we're also doing good, AR. Thanks for asking. Yeah, go through each of the ratings. Wait, do it after you go through all the ratings. Because then I'll talk.
Yeah, so he has a 6.7. Fair enough, 6.7.
Wait a second. Yeah, AR, we're being good. W's. Okay.
And then Asensio has a 6.6, surprisingly higher than Valverde, Vini, and Courtois, which I didn't actually expect because he was the one who gave away the penalty. I'd expect him to have a lower rating, maybe even a 5.5. If Courtois is having a 5.8, then Asensio should have a 5, if I'm being honest. Menu is salmon. For me, it's salmon, rice, bread, and salad. And then for Dino, what's yours? Butter chicken, rice, and salad, and bread. And then Huijsen has a 6.7. He's been doing some good defensive work, if I'm being honest. It's been pretty solid this match. 6.7, 7 rating. I agree. Frank Garcia. Yeah, butter chicken, Indian dish. Yeah. It's homemade too. Remember that Al Hilal won against Madrid? That was ages ago. Am I right? That was ages ago. Clicks.
The last meeting they didn't win though. The last meeting was 5-3. Real Madrid won.
Yeah, last meeting Madrid won. You'll feed more better food. Frank Garcia has a 6.6. Fair rating. He's actually been doing some good plays. I'd actually say he should have one of the higher ratings on the field. Anyway, moving on to Bellingham. He's been actually very solid this match with a 7. Carrying the midfield with him. Tchouameni 6.8. Fair enough. That's a fair rating. He's been doing a couple of good plays. Some good defensive work too, but some bad. Also some bad at times. Valverde 6.2. I didn't really see the first part of the match, but was Valverde good?
Valverde got a concussion injury.
Oh, because he has the second lowest rating. Yeah, so Valverde with 6.2, which I'm not sure about that, but Vinny has a 6.3. Of course, he got a yellow card. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Garcia, 7.7 for the goal. No, I don't think so. He's been doing South Indian, North Indian, some Eastern and Western, everything I will offer you both. Thanks, AR. Yeah, that'll be cool. Get to know all the foods there. Garcia 7.7. He's actually been doing some brilliant dribbles, if I'm being honest. And he's really new to the team. He hasn't actually started a match before, and he usually comes on like late. And I think in total he's played like just about 45 minutes in total in his whole career. For Real Madrid, of course. So I think 7 rating. He's actually been pretty solid this match. Rodrigo 7.1. Yeah, he did a brilliant assist. Highest player on the field, he should be rated. 5 minutes ago, you just came home from boxing. Oh, okay, hope it went well for you, Clicks, then. Yeah, and you got to join us on the match, which is good. I don't like that much. Even jerseys, I like more Fly Emirates. Yeah, Fly Emirates is, see this one? Yeah, I have the Fly Emirates jersey. Yeah, Fly Emirates jerseys are nice. Especially with the sponsor on it, actually makes it look clean. Hello, Zo3Ella. Welcome to the stream. Or welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that was the rating for Real Madrid. Let me try this. Now. Al Hilal. You like more clean jerseys? Yeah, clean jerseys are better, much better. The higher gang clicks. Oh, you're saying that to Zo3L, I'm guessing.
Are you speaking?
So, Al Hilal, Bunu has a 5.7 rating. I only can see one goal. I don't get what's with FootMob and the grudge against goalies. Like, bro, 5.7 and 5.8. They've only conceded one goal.
And yeah, we used to like eat burgers and pizza, but you know, knife and forks for the rest of the stuff because don't want to get too messy. Personally, at least that's what we do. But we use for like burgers, pizza, or sandwiches, you know, stuff like that.
I have used my hands though to eat rice and chicken before. All together, just like yeah.
When?
It was a celebration for my.
Okay.
football since we made it into the finals of a tournament.
Okay, let me... Wait, you can stay and talk more. Bro, don't eat while you're talking. What are you doing? Sweet, you can eat after. Okay.
Alright. We everything. And rice, bro, you forgot? Yeah, I said rice, didn't I? Oh, you're talking about Dino. Yeah, he's never eaten rice with his hands before. I have though. I have, like, many times, actually. On multiple, special occasions I have. Everything with hands until there is a place to wash my hands. Yeah, I wash my hands before and after eating with them. Because I want to stay hygiene. Cancelo has a 6.8 rating. I haven't actually really seen him do anything, but maybe he was good in the parts I didn't see. Dino, rate your food. This food, I like salmon. Salmon's really good and it helps for football. It's very good for protein and stuff. Salad. W salad. Also helps for football. And then bread, of course, you need that. Bread's just that nice touch to it. I think, honestly, a 9 out of 10. Rice with hands. No. It's because it's a cultural thing here. Yeah, they do it. It's actually, yeah, it's just a thing here. Do you eat rice with your hand? I've eaten it with my hand before, but most of the time I eat it with a fork or a spoon. Chicken legs. Yeah, you eat chicken legs with your hands. I will be right back. What? Oh. I thought you told me to come, bro. Hey. Yeah, salad's good for fiber. Especially, also nuts. Nuts are good for fiber too. Wait, what am I saying? Nuts? I mean, whole grain bread. I'm not saying nuts. It's because I eat nuts too much. No, I can eat with my hands. I'm good at eating with my hands. Don't worry, Clicks. Timbuktu has a 6.4 rating. That's pretty good. He's been doing some good defending. So is Koulibaly. Koulibaly's actually been going high up the field. He has a 6.3 only, but 6.5. Yeah. Lodi has a 6.9. I think he's a second highest rated on Al Hilal. Asian mostly use hands to eat. Yeah. I think it's a cultural thing, right? Or, yeah. Anyway, Al Dossari, Nasser Al Dossari has a 6 rating. He's actually the second lowest rating, besides, of course, Bonuc, who they underrate so much because they underrate goalies. Yeah, he's been pretty solid, if I'm being honest. He hasn't really got the ball much, has he? But Neves, of course, 7.5 because he scored the goal. And Malcolm 6.5, Milinkovic Savic 6.6, Al Dossari 6.3. Those top 3 are gonna be dangerous in the second half, though. I think just with Dossari's pace, Malcolm's finishing, and Milinkovic Savic is like physicality and height. He can just get those high balls. Yeah, go for it, Clicks. Go for it. Whilst I wait, I'll just say this. Leonardo, 6.5 rating. I haven't really seen him do much this game, but I think he's been pretty solid. Okay, stand up for 1 second and sit down. There.
By the way, there's like a 10 centimeter range of this mic, so they can't hear you from like very close.
Oh, okay.
Hey, watch out.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, wait.
Clicks is doing a joke for me. Hey, man.
Go sit there.
Oh, and it is Ardagul. Oh, no.
Ardagul is coming on.
Oh, no, Flex. For Asensio.
So, Raul Asensio is coming off for Ardagula. That is the weirdest change I think I've ever seen in my life. Why? Don't know what that's about, but okay. Ow, bro just subbed me off the screen.
Ouch. I actually slipped that.
Okay, here we go. Real Madrid kickoff.
Now I can eat this.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Click said you should have known that. I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll continue. We got...
Look what he said to me in the chat when I stood
Oh,
up and sat down.
Okay, yeah. Vinicius here with us. Hopefully Vinny can lock in, you know. Vinny, lock in, bro.
Yeah, come on, Vinny, score.
Doing his classic celebration, you know. Let's put him there. Next to Ronaldo. There we go. Just so you can stand up next to him. W's. Real Madrid going to take kickoff. Here we go. Okay, kickoff's taken.
By the way, I forgive you, Clex. Don't worry.
Okay. You have to actually be really close to hear this, otherwise it's kind of muted.
I'm eating.
Okay. Yeah. So DinoDoomz says eat. While he eats, he'll just watch silently. I'll talk. So this is Real Madrid now doing playoff, and it is Trent's ball. Trent is going to pass to the left side here with Vinny. Chilwell's actually moved back into the centre-back position, which, I mean, I don't really like. Again, I don't like how we're still having to do this little conversion of players into different positions, but yeah. Where do you get football figures? From the Real Madrid store. You can get it. You also get from some retailers. There's a cross by Real Madrid, and it just hits the crossbar, and it goes out. Holy! Hits the crossbar. Dean Huynsson tries to commit a volley there, and Koulibaly clears that up. Vinny now, again. Real Madrid still doing some pressure there, and that is saved by Bunu off the line. What is happening?
What a save, bro.
What the heck was that gameplay?
What a save. I think you can hear me.
That is insane. So there was about 4 chances there by Real Madrid almost going in. So here's the initial chance here where we have... Who is that crossing in? I think that was Vinny. Yeah, Vinny crosses that in. And it goes off initially. There's a little bit of a tussle there. Koulibaly clears way back to Vinny. And then Vinny does a nice cross. And it hits. And Bunu saves off the line somehow. Doing a little bit of a volleyball dig underneath the thing to get that out. Bunu saving is legendary for that moment there. And it hits the crossbar. I don't know how that chance didn't go in. Yes, Bunu doing a set, actually. Not a dig there. I thought it was a dig. But a set just away from the goal. And then, yeah, that is very close chance for Real Madrid. 2 in a row. That is insane. Where is it in Saudi? You can get from, you know, you can get online. Can't actually remember where I got this Vinny thing. I got from, like, a Real Madrid store, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's from the Real Madrid official store. You have to order it online there. What a save. What a save indeed that was by Bunu. And this is the type of quality that Al Hilal really are presenting here. Real Madrid really have to overcome it. This is now Valverde just passing through to Jude. Jude, cross coming in over and just headed away by Koulibaly. Trying to read Gonzalo there, but he doesn't do so. Now this is headed over, nicely touched by Milinkovic-Savic here on the run. And tries to find Salam Al-Dosri, but doesn't do so. No, I've got 1. I've got 1. But yeah, this is now on the right here. Rodrigo just cutting in. And there's a little chip over the defense line. And Vinny's going to collect that. It almost went out for a goal kick. But yeah, Vinny's gone and collected that one. Vinny, just bring it in. Vinny. He's going to take the shot. And oh my goodness, what a wild shot there. That's a goal kick. He did a knuckleball. And yeah, goal kick. And Vinny does not look good there. Zabi not too pleased with that shot, actually. But yeah, showing himself there, Vinny, a little bit. He's done a little bit of, you know, CR7 and Vinny. Yeah, I got CR7 and Vinny. That's about it. I don't have any others. I'm looking up there. Yeah, just CR7 and Vinny. Oh, more figures. Oh, okay. No, just CR7 and Vinny. I thought you meant, do you have more than one Vinny? That's what I thought it meant. Sorry, clicks. They're misunderstanding. Now, this is Milinkovic-Savic. Now playing through to Ruben Neves. You can get more of these online, I think. Again, Real Madrid, I think, sells all of their players as action figures. I think I saw, like, a Jude one. Maybe we'll have to get, you know, the whole set. That'll be pretty cool. The Makti just passing in here. This is now Milinkovic-Savic. Now on the right side here is, I think that was Milinkovic-Savic again. Ruben Neves. And Ruben Neves again. Now this is Malcolm. Malcolm tries to get through, and that is defended nicely by Frank Garcia. Maybe like football figs. Yes, you definitely clicks gets on that. They're pretty cool, you know. The Vinny action figure actually came with an official Real Madrid ball. Like, not a big size ball. It was like a really small one. It's for the action figure. And here's a chance by Real Madrid, cleared away by Koulibaly. And this is again cleared by Koulibaly. Double chance there. And that is going to be a Real Madrid free kick. Advantage actually played. Advantage played. The referee did give a free kick. Yeah, Dean Huijsen, brilliant pass. Fran Garcia now to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. Let's see what he does. Passing back to Fran Garcia, back to Huijsen here. I think that is. And that is a stop there. Sorry, Valverde. And he does a little shot from range. And it's a goal kick for Yassine Bounou and Al Hilal. If you didn't know, Bounou's former club actually, I think, was Wydad Casablanca. So he's actually got two of his clubs in here. Sevilla not present in the tournament, so not the full collection. I think that's the full collection. Let's have a look at Bounou. What clubs he played for? Yeah, Sevilla, Al Hilal, Girona, Atleti he played for as well. Played for Atleti. And yeah, and Wydad Casablanca, of course.
So he has 3 teams in the tournament.
Yeah, he's got 3 teams. Not the full set though. Still missing Girona, Sevilla, and then there was one other one. Salam Al Dostri on the side here. Salam, good pass. And then it's just cleared away by, I think that was Tchouameni. They're just getting clearance. Vinny. Vinny just gives it to Al Hilal there. That was poor from him. Ruben Neves winning back possession. Ruben Neves, ever since the Nations League, has been playing on form, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, on form. Definitely Ruben Neves is one to watch here for Al Hilal, not just because of the penalty. He's the only one with a 7.7 rating. Only one above a 7, except for Renan Lodi with a 7 as well. And he actually has one of the highest ratings on the field besides Gonzalo Garcia, who has a 7.8. The rest of both teams have mainly 6s here, which is poor. Malcolm, Leonardo, Linkovic-Savic. Now this is Nasser, Ruben Neves, through to Nasser. Nasser just trying to win the ball. It's lost. Ardagula on the defense there. Very good. And then he actually wins the ball back, Nasser. And there's a shot trying to go in by Leonardo. He tried that little cheeky attempt on the volley, but just goes away from the shot there. And that is going to be a goal kick for Thibaut Courtois. Yeah, no problem, bro. Bring that out. All good. Inzaghi, can't believe that hasn't gone in there. That is close. Very close. And this is now Real Madrid playing it out. Huijsen. Playing it to Vinicius. And there is a long ball to Vinicius from Fran Garcia. And this is tidied up nicely by Tombakti. Ball going down the field. And Al Hilal just playing around here with the ball. This has gone all the way back to Yassine Bounou. Long ball coming out. There is no 4 a.m. match today, by the way, guys. There's no 1 a.m. match today. It's just a 4 a.m. match. I was going to say the opposite, but yeah, it's just a 4 a.m. match today. So no 1 a.m. one. The next match is... Let's wait. Oh, there is one. I didn't see that on my schedule there. Pachuca versus Salzburg is 1 a.m. match there. Sorry, my schedule a little bit cluttered. And Align versus Juventus at 4 a.m., which is going to be an interesting one. Dogwalk, no, sorry, I didn't see the 1 a.m. one again. And also my stream for Dogwalk is, you know, too glitched out at the moment. I have to really sort out the Streamlabs app, so, yeah. It's also, like, still 37 degrees Celsius outside. Don't worry, Speedy is getting fitness outside. I go outside with her during the day after I wake up. Sorry, Zothriella, yeah. We'll get the dog walks back up and running. We're doing a cooking stream coming up, I think, on Friday. We'll do it. But yeah, cooking stream coming up. Another one. We got some dog walks probably coming up soon when the schedule changes for these matches. It does change fully by Tuesday, but there is a slight alteration to schedule on Friday there. Real Madrid now getting some possession at the back here. This is Tchouaméni. Now passing to... Who is that? Don't know who that is. Repossession here. My pillow is actually slipping. No problem. More like BP? What? Yeah, what's BP? And this is going to the right side here. This is a cross coming in by Real Madrid, cleared by Koulibaly again. I don't know how Koulibaly doesn't have a higher rating. This guy is playing well. He's got currently a 6.3, but I don't really get that. That is not, you know, no problem, more like big problem. Okay. And this is going to be a throw-in for Al Hilal, looks like. Seeing the play here. This goal was denied as no goal, just headering and then pushed away by Yassine. There was also the one before it hit the inner crossbar and bounced out. Al Hilal throw, Salam Al Dosri just passing it to Real Madrid. And now it is Hilal just retaining possession. Lodi back to Koulibaly. Cross coming deep. And it is won back by Salam Al Dosri. Now it's Nasser Al Dosri. And Al Hilal still bringing the ball forward here. Poor touch by Ruben Neves. That wasn't a great touch. And this is a foul by Al Hilal. Real Madrid free kick played immediately. Arda. This is now on the right side here. Rodrigo. Rodrigo's playing like, you know, a deep midfielder. Actually, a kind of a weird position for him. He usually plays right mid. Usually see him as well in the right wing position. But yeah, playing CDM today.
I think it's because Tchouaméni, he needs to take up the spot of Asensio in centre-back, since Arda was subbed on for him. But I'm not sure why Rodrigo's going that deep, though.
Just a foul there on, is that, I think, Hoyson, yeah. Hoyson, number 24. Just need to get used to that.
In the attacking half of the field.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, is that, who's taking that? Arda.
Yeah, it's Arda.
My t-shirt card locked away nicely and safely. It's with all some of my other cards there with signatures on them. I only got one other one anyway. So, yeah, it's nice and safe. Arda. Cross coming in. Headed away by Koulibaly again on the end of that one. This guy has been playing well. He actually might win player of the match here. For how well he's been playing on the defense. I'll probably give it to an attacker, but yeah. Koulibaly been playing well. That's cleared again by Koulibaly. Cross coming in there nicely from, I think that was Hoyson who brought that cross. I can't really tell. Maybe Trent.
Yeah, but Hoyson...
And here's a chance here for Salam El Dosri, and just doesn't get to the end of that. Cross there is actually passed back nicely by Trent. Trent pocketed him, Salam there easily. And now here's a chance for Real Madrid. Rodrigo. Cross large by Rodrigo over to Vinny.
Control.
Vinny. Back heel. This is now Rodrigo here.
Rodrigo tries to get past them, but gain possession by Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves. Cancelo. And that is now going to be Malcolm. And that is going to be a free kick for... Throw-in for Al Hilal. Arda just dives. And it's a throw-in. Arda can't really believe that that's not a free kick there. I don't think it is, but... Okay. I mean, we'll have to look at it again to see, truly. Real Madrid fans all out in full force. This was about Hala Madrid, honestly.
Hala Madrid!
So far, Real Madrid is winning the vote as well. 58% voted Real Madrid, 33% Al Hilal, and 8% a draw. And this is Real Madrid's ball. Al Hilal losing it. Jude. By accident was really annoyed. Oh, okay. Well, that's... hopefully you're not annoyed anymore. Al Hilal playing decent, you know? Your team playing decent. Vinny. And this is now Ruben Neves. This is Nasser just trying to get rid of it there and doesn't do so. Now this is Ardagula passing it in. A shot by Gonzalo, and it looks like Cancelo's just going to redeem this one here nice and easily. Cancelo, I don't think is going to be present on the Portugal team anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he's sort of finished there because he doesn't have good synergy with the team. He causes some arguments, and of course he doesn't actually back up the squad there, which is poor from him. Because he's actually a decent right back. He just needs to, you know, actually just perform behaviourally more nicely to his own squad mates. It's going to be a play on. Well, you said something good about your team. No, I've been saying good stuff about Al Hilal the whole time. I've been saying they're playing really good, representing SPL football, you know. Only thing I said is they dive a lot, because they do. It's evident in the other games. Here's Roberto Carlos actually in the stands. Roberto Carlos. And now this is Tchouameni. Ardagula. Through ball trying to find Jude. Ardagula now.
Ardagula actually playing centre back?
No, he's playing DM. He's playing DM.
Wow, that's actually
Jude.
unexpected.
Tchouameni. And Trent's playing inverted midfield, which is, yeah. Cross coming in by Trent, actually. This is Vinny retaining. Trent's crosses are deadly, have to say that. And Vinny cross. And that's caught by Bunu. Nice and easy catch there for him. Gonzalo just not getting to the edge of that. And I can see Brahim coming on instead of Gonzalo very soon. I hope this change does actually happen, because Brahim sort of provides that, you know, that attacking emphasis that we really need now on the team, because Gonzalo seems to not really be providing such. He did get the goal before, but it was pretty much a tap-in from Rodrigo, setting up nearly the entire play for him there. Hopefully Brahim comes on. Vinny. Now playing back to Ardagula, who is, yeah, again, rotating through the whole field. That is now Valverde to Trent. Trent, little one-touch there with, I think that's Jude, giving the one-touch. Is that Rodrigo, maybe? Don't know. The camera from this angle is really zoomed out, so it's hard to see sometimes the players that have got the ball. However, this player does look like to be Milinkovic-Savic with the ball now. He's just won it back and then loses it immediately. Real Madrid still with the possession. Now, Vinicius, they have changed a whole lot, Vinny and Real Madrid, in half-time. They've definitely improved their gameplay here. And this is now Al Hilal, Ruben Neves, just waiting for his team to move upfield here. This is now Tambakti. Long ball going over to Salem Al-Dosri.
I think Vinny's starting to perform again.
Yeah. Salem, nice through ball. And this is going to go to Renan Lodi, who overlaps with Salem. Yeah, I know both goalkeepers actually performing well, because there is a ton of attacking shots here. Both teams super attacking. And yeah, the reason they look both scared is because they know a goal could go in any minute. Bunu got lucky that hit the crossbar, and Courtois was lucky there was a deflection there, but I feel like Bunu's been slightly more lucky with some of those little attempts there. He did do a brilliant save on the rebound from that crossbar attempt there with his nice little set out of the goal. Definitely clutch up for Al Hilal, and Courtois again clutching up as well with some of his saves, such as the curler, I think by Al Dosri was saved by Courtois, I think it was. I think he tipped it away. Because it did look like it was going in, that's why Al Dosri was celebrating, I think. And here are two substitutions for Al Hilal. Let's see who's been coming off here and coming on. So, João Cancelo and Malcolm are coming off. And on comes Hamad Alayman and El Khatani. El Khatani's definitely been okay for Al Hilal. I haven't seen Alayman in sort of gameplay yet, so we'll have to see how he goes. These are, of course, the younger Saudi talent who have been playing, you know, in the Saudi U23 Cups and those sorts of things. They've been definitely improving, you know, some of these young Saudi talent coming on right now. I don't think one of them is, but I think Katani's one of the young ones, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I think
so. That was really good shielding there from Tchouameni. Just managed to win a goal kick from that attack from Hilal.
Yeah, and looks like that Real Madrid's also doing a substitution, and look who is coming on here. And it looks like Lucas is coming on. Lucas Vazquez will be coming onto the field. here. First of all, Brahman's coming on instead of number 12, which is Trent. So Trent's coming off and Brahim's coming on. And Lucas is coming on as well for Rodrigo. But it looks like actually it'll be Rodrigo for Diaz, yeah, and Lucas for Trent there. Lucas Vazquez coming on. He's going to be playing right back again. I have no idea why we're still having to resort to this. Why is Lucas not playing right wing, and why is Trent not playing the whole game? I'm sure he's capable of it. Yeah, Lucas coming on now here in the right back position. This is going to be a big opportunity for Al Hilal, really, because, yeah, that right back position looks very, very weak now with Lucas coming on there. I mean, he's not a natural right back. Again, he's a right winger. Being forced to play right back because of Danny Carvalhal's absence. Trent should have stayed on the whole time, though. And no, I don't play Roblox Clicks. You don't play Roblox.
No.
We've never played it before. Not really interested too much in that game. But yeah, I see lots of people play it. It looks fun. Not too interested myself, personally. And now this is Ruben Neves. So, both teams making some substitutions there. I really think Gonzalo should have come off. I do think that should have been the play there. Brahim on there. Instead, Rodrigo providing a lot of quality in the second half, especially on that right wing. So I'm actually surprised Zabby's chosen him to come off there instead of Gonzalo.
I do think Gonzalo hasn't actually been playing that bad.
No, not like bad. I mean, like, he's been playing well.
Oh, yeah,
but it's just that, yeah, I feel like that he's made some errors, you know, especially like, especially since that Barcelona, you know, that game, he seems a little bit errorless, but, you know, again, redeeming himself here. He got a goal, you know, put Real Madrid ahead. But, of course, yeah, young talent. I do think Rodrigo has just stayed on just because of quality, you know. Brahim now on the right wing here. Shot. And that goes straight over. That was Artigula there with a rocket. Smash life for rockets by footballers. And this Real Madrid fan is going like just close because that was pretty close there. Yeah, just screaming it over the crossbar.
Artigula, when you give him space on those, he's dangerous. What might that be, a corner or is that a goal kick? Not sure about that one. I think it's a goal kick.
I don't know. But all I know is now the 67th minute, and so far we are still even here. Yeah, close shot by Artigula. He also has a new number, Artigula. He's wearing number 15? And Hoytensen is going to be wearing his old number 24. I think Artigula used his 15 last season for a little bit. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think he had 25 before, am I right?
No, yeah, 24. Hoysen is the old Artigula number.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Hoysen, yeah, will do good number 24, you know. I think it's actually his number for Spain as well. I can't really remember.
Yeah, but I do think he's waiting on the number 14, because is that his old Bournemouth number? I'm not really
Yeah, I
sure.
don't know. Who's got number 14? Chilmeni. I think Chilmeni is going to give it up. Milinkovic-Savic here on the ground. Looks a little bit injured here. The Al Hilal medic's coming out. Yeah, he just gets elbowed by Fran Garcia. I think it's a bit light again. Yeah, that's nothing. He doesn't control it well and loses the ball, and that's hence why he dived. Fran Garcia, not really at fault there. It's a cooling break anyway, just so the players can get some water. And while Savic is attended to, yeah, cooling break. Inzaghi, definitely putting up some good tactics, you know. I have to say, he's putting up the inter tactics. He's using Cancelo almost like a Denzel Dumfries, where he's playing a right wing back and not really right back. And then Neves is almost acting like, you know, sometimes Çalhanoğlu or Bastoni. You know, Bastoni plays all the way through the field. We actually saw that in Inter versus Monterrey yesterday. But yeah, it's similar to plays there, really. Yeah, he definitely went more for the player there. Not really. Fran Garcia did win that ball, and then Savic there really just committing to a dive. Not really that great from him, because he did actually control, realize he lost, and then it's gone. Vazquez actually wearing the captain's armband as well. Now, I have no problem with captaincy going to Lucas Vazquez. You know, he's definitely a good player in terms of captaincy, good attitude. Honestly, a little bit disrespected by some of the Real Madrid fans, but, you know, I feel like it's just been because he's taken one for the team here, really, and that's what the captain does. Takes one for the team and plays right back when you don't know how to play it. And Huynsson there, holy jeez, how tall is he compared to Lucas Vasquez?
I think he's like 185 or...
I think he's almost 2 Vasquez's in height.
It's like 190 probably or something.
Tombakti just having a little chat here with Simone Inzaghi. Pepe's actually at this game. He's been at every game so far, Pepe.
Signing shirts right now.
Yeah, signing Real Madrid shirts. Pepe's been at every game. Respect to Pepe. He's doing what we're doing here and going to all the games. Pepe's signing a lot. He actually signed some Al Hilal merchandise right now, actually, as well, which is funny. Pepe signing anything, to be honest. And we could see a change. Lajami, the new signing for Al Hilal from Al Nassr, the rivals, could be coming on here and centre back instead of Tombakti. It looks like Tombakti might be coming off any moment just due to tiredness, you know. I do think that Lajami's coming on. Salam just having a chat with Inzaghi and the translator there from Italian to Arabic because I think Inzaghi's giving some tactical advice to the captain. And yeah, Sergei's going to re-enter the field here.
Just changed Vinny's pose, by the way.
Yeah, Vinny with that strong pose. Smash light for Vinny. And this is Al Hilal playing it back now. Yassine Bounou. Out now to the left side. Renan Lodi. Back to Yassine Bounou. Let's actually check the, full new lineup here for Al Hilal. So Cancelo's replacement is going to be Hamad Al-Yami. He's going to be playing defender Al-Yami. And Salam Al-Dosri actually winning a little bit of a break here. That was poor control from Vasquez. And this is why I'm saying there's a shot by Al Hilal. Just goes over. Should have been finished by Leonardo. That is a poor finish from him. But again, Al-Dosri there deadly takes the ball straight off Vasquez on the pass back. And that I feel sorry for Vasquez, bro. So bad. Vasquez just... already a mistake. His first touch of the ball is a mistake. Bro, why is Lucas... Come on, Zabi, you're doing Lucas dirty here.
Before the football leaves you. I'm sorry, Lucas, that applies to you.
Nah, play in the correct position. Leave the club and play in your proper position. Most threatening players in this game for Al Hilal have been Leonardo and Salam. Salam's been excellent. There's actually a foul on Salam, but actually it says play on there. There's a play on to the little play there. They actually show a racism ends now poster there, I think, because Vinny requested this poster to be displayed in the game.
Wait, he did?
Yes, Vinny just requested it to be displayed because he said that that's the biggest threat to football. Here's Real Madrid on the chance, and Real Madrid, there's a shot, and it's caught by Bounou. Nice, easy.
Didn't actually catch it the first time, but luckily it rolled back to him because I think Gonzalez was just waiting there for the rebound.
Valverde really should have toned that one a little bit more to the right. I feel like Bounou really was a little bit easier on the touch there. Allowed him to just catch that nicely. It wasn't really that difficult of a catch. Yeah, that was a different sky. The defense has gone down because Trent's now left the field and we've got on a right winger in defense. But again, now it's Real Madrid. Jude to Vinny. Vinny just kicks it off. And it should be a throw-in for Real Madrid. I don't know why Jude actually kept that one for a throw-in. I think he really should have just played that back there because, a corner would have been the most likely outcome. He's trying to really win there. But, yeah, throw-in's okay, I guess. Valverde to Huynsson. Huynsson very good at passing, by the way. His through balls are insane.
Yeah, I think he's more of a playmaking defender. He's like... He tries to bring the ball upfield, and he's good at scoring lots of goals too, like whether from the header or maybe long shots too.
And this is going to be a corner for Real Madrid. I think this is their first of the game. I think.
Possibly.
Yes, it's their first of the game. Al Hilal have had 5 corners. Real Madrid the first corner for this game. Real Madrid definitely gaining some more dominance now. They've got both teams 50% possession, and that is just cleared away by I think that was. Who would I say that is? Timbuktu or was it Yami? It was one of them. Courtois coming out into the midfield here to collect this rebound. Now it is Lucas Vasquez. Brahim. Vasquez overlapping into right wing. Tchouameni. Again, when the whole team's fit, we won't have to play Tchouaméni centre back. We won't have to play Vazquez right back. Well, Vazquez won't be there anymore. But you know, that's those sorts of things we won't have to really do. And that is a kick by Vazquez. It looks like he's injured. Don't know. He's holding his leg here. The Al Hilal player's down on the floor as well. I think that's Renan Lodi. There might be a goal kick here though. However, yeah, Vazquez back up. There is going to be another substitution here. This could be the replacement for... I think it's going to be a replacement for Nasser Al-Dosri. Yeah, Mohamed Kano coming on, I think. Yeah, he plays... I know he plays midfield. Mohamed Kano, very good, actually, for the Saudi national team. And, yeah, I think he'll be coming on for Nasser Al-Dosri. There is a check here. It actually looks like that is Nasser Al-Dosri on the ground. Is it? Or is it? No, it's Al-Yami. I can't really tell who that is. Oh, it is... Yeah, it's Nasser Al-Dosri. Okay. I can really see from that angle there until I saw the shirt number. Yeah, Nasser Al-Dosri on the ground. He's being subbed off for Mohamed Kano, who is coming on now. Kano coming onto the field. Definitely extremely tall as well. He is very tall, Kano. What's his height? Let's have a look at his height here. Kano is 192 centimeters, which is very tall. I think Courtois is the tallest on the field, though, with his 199. We can look at Bunu first. Bunu is pretty tall, too. 195, okay. Boyson is 195, yeah. Still, Courtois is the giraffe on the field, giraffe of football, you know, with his 199 centimeters, almost 200 centimeters. On a good day, he's 200 centimeters. And now Bunu just clearing down the field. Trying to reach, that is Al-Khatani, who's playing right wing, doesn't reach him. Instead, there is a little bit of a foul here on Al Hilal. It's a free kick for Al Hilal, just Ruben Neves getting injured in play there. Yeah, he just actually overextends his foot a little bit there, Ruben Neves. He's okay.
Foul for that? I don't think there was any foul there, but...
He might be subbed off, actually, because that looks like a foot overextension, which could be a loss for Al Hilal if he does have to be subbed off. I don't think he is. Yeah, he's just going to stay on. He's going to stay on, which is good. Ruben Neves, good for Al Hilal there. And now it is... Tambakti with the ball, passes back to Ruben Neves. Who do you think is taller, me or you? I'm not too sure. I don't know what your height is. I don't really know what my height is personally. I haven't checked in a while. Me, I'll just go with me. Have a little bit of self-confidence. And now this is Real Madrid on a play here. This is now Valverde. Through ball nicely to, that is... Jude. Now it's out the side here. Pass it back to Jude and cleared up by Al Hilal. Al Hilal keeping Real Madrid silence for most of this second half, except for that insane collection of chances before. This is Salam Al-Dosri now on the left side. Salam passing through nice and easily to Kano, who's now in front of him. Kano back to Salam. Salam over to Renan Lodi. Now Milinkovic Savic. Kano, who's now playing left wing. Inverted Salam is. And now Renan Lodi, pass back. No, he's going to do a little chip back. And that is tried to be controlled by Leonardo. However, yeah, it just goes too far. Jude collects that one up and passes it out. And now this is a breakaway chance for Real Madrid here. It's 2v3. And there is a collection by Al Hilal back to Bunu. That is not a good chance at all for Real Madrid there. Just wasted. And then, now this is Al Hilal again on another chance. And Salam Al-Dosri out on the left side. And Renan Lodi doesn't touch that one. He actually looks a bit injured here. And there is a substitution. Vinicius Jr. is coming off.
For Victor Munoz. He's the one who missed that 1v1 in
yeah, he missed
Barcelona.
a 1v1. Two of these guys missed 1v1s. Gonzalo.
Gonzalo didn't play in that match.
Wait, so this whole time I've been saying Gonzalo's missed that 1v1, bro? So, sorry, Gonzalo. Big apologies to you, you know. I genuinely thought it was you, but again, I don't really trust the new youth players. I haven't played many games, you know.
Yeah, he's played less than 45
Yeah,
minutes.
he's played less than 45 minutes. Again, it is justified regardless, so. But, you know, Xabi Alonso having a little bit of trust in the youth. And this is Victor Munoz, who is the guy I was talking about. Victor, you are coming on now. You better not miss a chance. If you get given one on a silver plate, you better actually score. Apologies, Gonzalo. But again, as I said, Brahim should have really come on for Gonzalo, because the youth player is not playing full 45 minutes and then playing against a team like Al Hilal here with the most talent in the group. I mean, I understand for Salzburg, I understand for Pachuca, but for Hilal, who have so much quality, you know. And that is a little bit of a clearance there by Dean Hoytenson trying to prevent Hilal on this breakaway chance here. This is Hilal again, and there's a long ball, and that did not go well for, I think that was Milinkovic Savic trying to give that pass. Katani just questioning why the ball didn't really go to him, and now Real Madrid again with the possession. Lucas Vazquez out to this right side here. It's Brahim.
Yeah, Savage, on that through ball, he did all the work doing the dribble, but then he just couldn't get the pass off right.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best. Now it's Victor Munoz.
Victor Munoz. What number is he? Number 99.
44, I think.
Oh, 44. Yeah, 44. Sorry. The font for Real Madrid's forwards look curved numbers. Here's a chance by Real Madrid. Cleared away by, who is that? Lodi. And that is going to be a corner for Real Madrid. And here it is. The man coming on for his first game of this tournament, of his final tournament. Luka Modric will be coming on here. Everyone's videoing this moment. We can't unfortunately video it because it is on the screen, not in person. But Luka Modric is going to be coming on. There's also a substitution for Al Hilal. It'll be the next ball out will be these two subs coming on here. Arda taking the corner. And that is a goal kick for Real Madrid. Unless it's a corner given. Yeah, corner given. Okay. Referee's changed to a corner given. Arda taking again. The substitution's just waiting a little bit longer, I think. Unless, no. Here we go. Here we go. Here are the subs. They should be happening now. Here we go. Renan Lodi coming off as the first substitution. He does look a little bit injured. He'll be crucial for Al Hilal as a left back in this tournament. So, yeah, best to take him off and sort of keep him fit. Renan Lodi and Marcos Leonardo both coming off here. And on come the new substitutes, which are, when they show, Muteb Al-Harbi and Musiab Al-Jawar. Both coming on here. And Modric is going to be playing now finally. It's going to be such an emotional moment in Modric's final game. Hopefully we can have the final for Luka Modric, you know. That would be big, getting the final for him. And Arda taking the corner, and that is just headed away by, is that Koulibaly, I think, once at it again. Arda.
Brilliant skills from him, but he just loses the ball there.
And this is now Tumbakti trying to win the play there. And here's the substitution. Luka Modric coming on for Jude Bellingham. Modric coming on here. I really would have thought that maybe Valverde would have come off, because Valverde's got 6.7. He also had a little bit of an injury earlier on. But yes, Jude is coming off. And Luka is coming on here. He will retrieve the captain's armband from Lucas Vazquez, because he is the longest serving player in the club. And this is going to be an emotional moment, you know. Hopefully in the final, if Real Madrid make it, that Carvajal can play in the final with Luka.
Yeah.
To see that link up. I know Carvajal will be the captain, right? I think Carvajal will be the captain, yeah. But, no, unless he gives Modric the captaincy for his final game. That's probably will be what happens. Like, I think Ronaldo's final game, he got the captaincy, or no? Was that Benzema? Someone for their final game got the captaincy here. Here's a little chance for Al Hilal. Katani trying to run onto that and just brought back to Courtois. Now to Lucas Vazquez. Vazquez passing forward to Brahim now with the ball. Brahim just loses it there to the new substitute for Al Hilal, which was Al-Harbi. And there is a little bit of a tussle, which leads in a free kick for Real Madrid. This is now Modric just playing it back over there to Lucas Vazquez. Now out to, I think that's Brahim. Vazquez. And that's Modric. Valverde. Oh, sorry, Hoytensen. And now this is the Victor. Just crossing that in. Headed away by Al Hilal. And this is going to be Real Madrid still in the box here. Modric just tries to pass it through. And Al Hilal do win possession. This is going to be big now. Any concessions? This is actually a breakaway here. And this is now on the ball. Salam Al-Dosri with the ball. Trying to find some open play. Savage passes through. There's an opening and Courtois runs out and gets that one. If only Salam will run a little bit faster, he might have got that and scored for Al Hilal. But yes, luckily Courtois comes out and gets that. Because we don't want a last minute goal concession, to be honest. That would be really bad. I mean, I'm happy with the draw. But a last minute goal concession is going to be, you know, that would be bad. Hilal then dominating both our teams, you know. Al Nassr and Real Madrid. There is a little bit of play here. Luka Modric with the ball. And this is now Victor. Passing to Fran Garcia. Back to Modric. Modric passes over to, is that Valverde? Yes. To Brahim. Sorry, Lucas Vazquez. Lucas Vazquez now to Arda Güler to Brahim. That was a brilliant pass. Oh, Arda Güler is amazing. He should be starting more games now. He is actually insane. I can't lie, guys. He is so good. Genuinely one of the best upcoming young talents for Real Madrid. Besides the new signing, of course, Mastua Tuono, that we saw at River Plate. This is now Lucas. Arda Güler. Back to Tchouaméni. Long ball coming in by Tchouaméni, and it's just headed away by Al Hilal. This is Katani with the ball, and it's play on. And there is just a check here on Real Madrid's player. It looks like there might be a little bit of an injury on Fran Garcia. It's his lips bleeding. There's actually a little touch of his face there. This might be a penalty, actually.
Yeah,
this could be a penalty.
I think this could get a penalty because there's multiple incidents of this that's happened in the past, which have actually given away penalties.
Yeah.
And free kicks. So
they're just checking here. VAR is checking for a penalty, it looks like. Fran Garcia's lip is bleeding a little bit. Katani saying he's done nothing there. He clearly has slapped his face. And now, if any of you guys actually watched the last Nasser Hilal derby in the previous season, not the latest season, the previous one, Mane actually hit an Al Hilal player's face in the box like so, and actually got a penalty for it. Which, and a yellow card. So, in reality, this should be a penalty given for the exact same reason. Xabi Alonso saying this. Simone Inzaghi not looking too happy with this check here. Referee is checking. Bunu coming out and actually asking what's all going on here. Bunu just talking to Katani. Salim's actually come over to the referee as the captain to just clarify what's going on. It looks like the play might have been offside.
That did not look offside. Though.
Possible penalty, yeah. There is still a check going on. Yellow card for Ruben Neves for chatting back to the referee. And he is going to be checking the monitor, it looks like. Milinkovic Savic is saying go check the monitor. VR review, penalty. Referee is checking this one. It looks like kind of in motion, but at the same time it's not.
Yeah, because that's a really far reach back, if I'm being honest. That looks kind of unnatural there. But it looks
like it almost
natural.
looks natural on purpose,
yeah.
And then it's like it's purposely made to look as natural as possible. This is going to be a tough call for the referee. Again, you know, for Real Madrid, if they get this, they're going to get the Madrid call-outs, but, you know, it is a tough call for the referee to make. I don't know if this is this in the box?
Yeah, it's in the box. Though.
Yeah, in the box. Fran Garcia. It looks very purposeful, to be honest, by Katani here. And this is going to be a penalty for Real Madrid, most likely. Let's hope so. Just a punch in the face, yeah. Yeah, penalty, definitely it should be. If he doesn't give, I can see why it kind of looks a bit natural, but yeah, I can see if there's a penalty call. Let's hear what he announces. We can't actually hear it, so we'll see what he decides. Announcing this call. It is given a penalty for... what is it given?
I think it's a penalty, yeah. Yeah, it's a penalty.
Yep, it is a penalty by VAR. Real Madrid get a penalty here. I have no idea who's going to be taking, to be honest. Possibly Modric.
Yeah, possibly Modric, maybe...
Vinny's off, so he's not taking.
Who else? Wait, who's that on? Go to the list. Maybe Arda might take, but Modric I do think is the most... Oh, is Gonzalo walking towards that spot?
Catani gets a yellow card as well for that foul there. Inzaghi does not look happy that his team has thrown a draw at the last minute here against Real Madrid, Bit unlucky. Yeah, I can see from the angle it looks purposeful there. It's just the shielding, Inzaghi doesn't look happy about that decision by the referee, but let's see who's going to be taking here. Bunu has got a repertoire for saving penalties, so he could be coming in clutch for Al Hilal. Ruben Neves does not understand. He's actually complaining so wildly how it's a penalty here. He has got a yellow card, of course. He should calm down a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to get a red card for complaining to the referee. It looks like that... I can't see who's getting this penalty taken here. Valverde will be taking the penalty. I've never seen him take a pen, actually, except for the shootout against Atleti. That's when we saw him take a pen.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last
Score
time.
that one?
I think he scored. Yeah, he scored. Okay, Valverde. Here we go. Scores those rockets. Valverde at it, and Bunu saves. Bunu saves the penalty. What he is most known for, Yassine Bunu saves the penalty and denies Valverde a goal there. Real Madrid really... Come on, Valverde. I mean, there's nothing you can do about Bunu saving pens against Ronaldo, saving against Real Madrid. Let's be honest. What is this guy doing? How's he doing it? Every time. Saving penalties every time, bro. Like, every game I watch of Bunu, just a penalty saved. Honestly, possibly the best pen saver on the planet. I might say better than Emi Martinez, honestly, even. Bunu saving that pen. I mean, it wasn't even... Like, you couldn't really tell which direction Valverde was going because his foot was angled right. And then, yeah, Xabi Alonso just a bit disappointed with that. He doesn't believe that it wasn't a goal there. Yeah, he actually looks a bit upset that wasn't a goal by Valverde. I mean, Real Madrid's still going to qualify regardless in this group. It's no competition in this group, really. Real Madrid will definitely beat the other two teams. This was the hardest team to beat. If both get a draw, then there's a chance for Pachuca versus... Who else? Who are they versing?
Salzburg.
Yeah, Pachuca v Salzburg today at 1 a.m. Pachuca or Salzburg could go first in the group if this is a draw, which will be clinical and critical for them to get into first position. Al Hilal now on a breakaway here, a little bit motivated by that pen save. Hi, AL, welcome back. And now Real Madrid winning a counter possession here. Here we go, play forward. This is...
I think that's Munoz.
Yeah, Munoz with the ball. Munoz. Hope he doesn't fumble. Passes back to Ardagula. Ardagula, one touch with Modric. Modric should have taken, to be honest, I feel like.
Yeah.
Modric now with the ball. Now it's Munoz, Victor Munoz here. Cross coming in, and that is headed away by Koulibaly. And it's now going to be Real Madrid's possession. Lucas Vazquez just passing back. It looks like he was actually fouled a little bit there, but referee says play. This is Dean Huijsen. Back to Tchouameni. And that's something you don't really see from Valverde actually much, is missing pens. So I really do think Yassine Bunu did make a crucial save there. Not really the fault of Federico Valverde. He is always crucial for Real Madrid. And yeah, just that wasn't his time then. Lucas Vazquez. Valverde here. Can he score a rocket? No, he passes it through instead. And this is Munoz. Munoz passing it. And there's a shot by Ardagula. Handball appeals. And yeah, handball given. Although I think it's offside as well.
Yeah, I think he's given offside for that one.
This is 7 minutes additional time. There might be more as well because of the pen check there. Gonzalo Garcia has been named player of the match, which is epic for him, you know. First full match of a game, and he's getting player of the match. Unfortunately, this probably is going to be his only full match because Kylian Mbappe will be replacing him once he's gets better. Mbappe here would have been, you know, scoring a few more. Inzaghi really happy with his team now. Bunu getting that clutch pen save. And the Hilal fans in the crowd going wild, honestly, for Yassine Bunu really saving their team. You know, not getting any points from this one. Inzaghi is not happy with his teams, you know. A little bit on the side there on the right wing. Katani just not showing enough effort. Modric now with the ball still. No, this is Valverde. Just a nice pass over there to Brahim. Now to Lucas Vazquez. Modric to Dean Huijsen. Now out over to Victor Munoz, who actually leaves the ball there by accident. Gets it back. Huijsen with a good cross, and that is saved by Bunu. Bunu, brilliant save there. Really saving Al Hilal once again. I'm surprised Bunu actually didn't get player of the match for his critical penalty save and the saves that he has been doing. Again, Gonzalo Garcia or Yassine Bunu could have got it either way. The highest rated player on the game, actually, based on statistics, is Fran Garcia with an 8.2. But yeah, there is a corner given. Bunu's wastes a bit too much time. The 8-second rule in play here again. We saw that first in the Sundowns match where Williams held the ball for 8 seconds and then it became a corner. Bunu here just wasting time, not used to the SPL rules, and it is a corner here. 8 seconds held. Cross coming in by Ardagula, and that is headed back by Chouameni. It's a goal kick for Yassine Bunu. Bunu actually really annoyed at the referee here, saying it's not 8 seconds. Clearly was. Held the ball there for too long, Bunu. Let's go and actually get rid of it now so you don't concede a second corner. The referee's counting. This does speed up the play, though. It makes it not static ball. We don't like static ball in this game. And that's going to be a free kick for Al Hilal. Savic just fouled. There's only 20 seconds of play left here. There might be 1 minute more just because of the stoppages. We're about to see here Ruben Neves. Hilal games are notorious for having a ton of extra time, so we'll see. Koulibaly out here to the left side here. This is now Salam Al-Dosri with the ball. Passing in. Nice. Savic, one touch. This is a chance for Al Hilal. And what is that? I think that is a corner. Al Hilal get a corner with a few seconds remaining. I thought that was a shot there. Xabi Alonso, just a bit nervous here. Doesn't want to concede a late goal, because if they concede here, Al Hilal scoring would mean no points to Real Madrid. And that would be very bad, especially if Pachuca or Salzburg win their match, because it puts Real Madrid so far behind in terms of having to catch up now. Only 3 more games in this group too. So, you know, points are everything. Getting a draw here would be optimal now. Al-Dosri crossed in and just cleared away by Real Madrid. This is still Al Hilal's ball. It's going to be a throw in here. There is going to be extra time. Al Hilal playing. Referee says play on. Bunu's going to bring it all the way back. And now he's going to cross it down the field. Still a little bit of time here. The referee says play on. This might be the final chance of the game here. This is Milinkovic Savic passing to Salam Al-Dosri. Cross going to the left side of the field here. I think this is Cano. Play to Al-Dosri. Is he going to take the shot? No, he just leaves the ball there. And that's actually good defense by Real Madrid. Ruben Neves winning the ball back. And there is going to be a continuation of play. Still some extra time here on the play. The referee, I think, will do only this last play here, maybe. And that is going to be a free kick for Real Madrid. Inzaghi asking why there's so much time remaining on the game here. He's actually been told by the FIFA representative to get away from him. Why is Inzaghi so far out of his box, by the way? This is Real Madrid now bringing it into the box. And that is going to be a corner.
This should be the final play of the game now.
They're still wondering why is there so much time left. Real Madrid have a chance, and let's hope this goes in. This could be a chance to put Real Madrid establish first place, you know. Come on.
Real Madrid.
Ardagula crossing in. Huijsen, and the header's just cleared. Ardagula takes a shot. That wasn't actually Arda crossing. Who did that? Valverde, and Bunu catches It's going to be full time here in a second. I think Buna's just time wasting at this point. I think he doesn't really mind if it goes to a draw. Yep. Bunu time wasting. And a 1-1 draw is actually optimal for Hilal. And that is full time there. 1-1. Real Madrid, Al Hilal both getting 1 point here. And so far, as the table stands for Group H, Al Hilal is going to be first based on alphabetical order. Real Madrid second. And now there is an opportunity for Salzburg and Pachuca to actually go in first position. Hilal look very happy about this win. They look very happy about this draw. Real Madrid, completely different emotions. They don't look good at all. Really were hoping for a win there. I was hoping for a win, to be honest, to silence the Al Hilal fans and team. But yeah, unfortunate. Xabi Alonso error to start with a draw against Al Hilal. Xabi Alonso's tactics, honestly, really are good. But I feel like, again, just the players that were starting there were not optimal. Mbappe starting would have been better. I feel like as well, maybe putting on Rudiger when he's back. Carvajal instead of Trent in the right back, and then playing Trent almost like a right midfielder, because, you know, Trent can play still on the right side, but he really tries to invert into midfield, and it's leaving that whole gap of space open there. Asensio mistake really led to the goal there, and that is the game. Both first half goals, both within each other, and almost 100 minutes of extra time there. I think it was 98 minutes in total. And what a game. W's, guys, in the chat. Thank you for watching as well. Appreciate all you guys. Like up, sub up for more. There's going to be another game at 1 a.m. We're going to be watching the other Group H game. See if one of these teams can capitalize into first place. Do you think one of them can?
I think, honestly, Pachuca might come out as the underdogs here. They might actually... They might go above Salzburg in this. They're not like the best team in the group. They might be actually
Let's check their position.
Yeah, they're definitely the underdogs in the group, but
let's check their position in the Mexican League from last season, because the Mexican League has reset for the next season. But last season, Pachuca came 8th, actually. But in the playoff, the League's Cup... Oh, that hasn't happened yet. Let's see. Have they... I think they won something.
Oh, because there's two different ones. See, look, that's Clausura and then Apertura.
Apertura, yeah, I don't know what the difference is between those two. But yeah, Pachuca came 8th in their group. I don't know how they're actually in it. If they came 8th, maybe it's from their past historics, maybe in the Champions League. They do seem to come around 5th or 6th. Then we have, of course, Salzburg, where if we look at their form here, Salzburg is on their table. They're in the second place, just behind Sturm Graz as the best Austrian team. There is also Lask and Hartberg. Sorry, not Lask. There's also Austria Wien and Wolfsberger AC and Rapid Wien. Both good teams. But yeah, one of those teams could get through. For me, Pachuca, yeah, might have a chance. Mexican football at the moment is looking good with Monterrey, with their draw against Inter. This is similar here. Getting a draw against Real Madrid. Hopefully Real can capitalize on the next 2 games. Let's be honest, any more mistakes from Real Madrid is going to be unacceptable. They need to be starting to win some of these games against Pachuca, Salzburg. We need to see more goals, and that is going to be full time. And W's, everyone in the chat. Like up, sub up, and we'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye, guys, and thank you for watching.